Billy is a passionate fighter for issues and policies that he believes in. We all know that we have lost representation in eastern North Carolina. That makes it all the more important that we elect officials who will be a strong advocate for us. As a Wayne County Commissioner now, I must tell you that I'm biased. I want and need someone representing our county in the North Carolina Senate from Wayne County. Seems like our county has always had a citizen from Wayne County representing us in the North Carolina Senate. This seat is a seat of some great people that has represented us. Just to name a few: Lewis Pate, John Carr, Henson Barnes. So Billy, you'll be following a long string of some very prominent individuals. If I need someone for help on an issue affecting Wayne County, I want to be able to walk down the street, go in to his office and sit down eyeball to eyeball so that I can get those issues handled here in Wayne County. Billy has served as chairman of the Wayne County Republican Party, a member of the county party's rules committee, a county party's parliamentarian, and various other positions, including being appointed by Governor McCrory to the North Carolina Motor Sports Council. Locally, let's talk about Billy locally. Locally, he provides free legal help to young people that are in trouble with our criminal justice system. He helped build a gym for our local youth and has provided scholarships for many kids to go to college. Billy truly cares about our local community, which is why he will make a great senator representing us in Raleigh. Billy earned a law degree from Regent University School of Law in Virginia Beach, Virginia, and a Bachelor of Science in Government from Campbell University in Bowling Green. So he understands government. Billy clerked for the Honorable John M. Tyson of the North Carolina Appeals Court. Billy and his wife Jennifer have 4 children. There's Billy, Jack, Isaac, and Alexander, and they all attend Freedom Baptist Church. Friends, join with me in welcoming our next senator, Billy Strickland.
Thank you. Wow. Appreciate that, Joe. Appreciate the introduction. I am humbled and honored by everybody that's here. And I was speaking earlier to Johnny when we were in my office. I said, I wish you knew all the people out there that I know that are, CPAs and small business. There's a lot of small businesses in here we know, from, Eugene has got a lumber business, timber business, to, high standard cleaning, to bars, to waste industries. I mean, everything you can imagine. These are the kind of people that employ everybody here in Wayne County. One of my pastors from our church is here, which I'm glad to see. So I really, and I don't want to name too many because I know I'll miss people, and people from the party, and the weeks over here, they have, I know they're busy as heck right now, trying to sell four-wheelers and boats, and Jamal there. So I just, as a matter of fact, we talked about the gym earlier. This is Steve Ashford. Steve is the guy that runs the gym. He actually does all the heavy lifting out there. So it's just really humbling to see all my friends and family members here from different walks of life, of everything that I never realized I touched that many people and that many different subjects and genres. So I really do appreciate y'all coming out here. Now, of course, they always want you to talk about yourself, which, as a lot of you well know, is not necessarily something I do that often or that easily, but I've been told I have to do that at least a little bit. They said if I can't brag on myself, nobody else will do that for me. So I bet my wife would, though. But one of the things that they talk about is, I didn't grow up with a silver spoon in my mouth like some folks and everything handed to them, like many of you. We've had to work very hard for what we have. And so I've had plenty of jobs. Matter of fact, I tell people all the time, I'm the quintessential country western song because I married the farmer's daughter, and my father-in-law right there, who's a retired farmer. We used to farm tobacco, corn, and soybeans together, and so it's jobs like that, jobs like working in the food industry, rodeo and mechanic work, electrical work, construction work. It's all those jobs is the reason why there's such a different variety of folks out here that I can talk to and relate to, because I've had those jobs and I've learned to appreciate hard work and perseverance no matter what anybody says. You know, after I became an attorney, people talked about my slogan. The slogan is protecting you from them. And people say, well, who is them? Who is them? Well, think about this. Them is anybody that is trying to take advantage of you, whether it's a overzealous courtroom system because you can't afford to protect your rights, business deals that have gone wrong and people don't want to uphold their end of the bargain, or my favorite is, you know, insurance companies that try to use their strength and size to take advantage of you. That's who them is. It's not one particular person or one particular group. It's everybody and anybody that stands against you and your way of life and your way and how you what you believe and what needs to transpire to help better your life. I used to say this all the time to folks, especially when I did criminal stuff. I said, I always fight for you. What I say is, if I allow somebody to do it to you today, that means that they get to do it to me tomorrow. So I have a tendency to fight for people like it's me standing in their shoes, and I genuinely mean it. You know, I want to take this same fight and same fighting spirit to Raleigh. And one of the greatest things that I've seen and heard in recently, and I really like this thing, is that we don't need Raleigh morals, values here in the 7th District, but we need 7th District morals and values in Raleigh.
Amen.
That's what we need.
That's right. That's right.
So as a former farmer, I know what it's like to chase the rain and the market at the same time and have beans in the field that I've got more in than I'm going to get out because of what politicians do. As a mechanic, as a business owner now, I mean, think about all the regulations that you, all you guys have to comply with payroll taxes. I know you get to do the books all the time. All that regulation, where's that come from? That strangling regulation on our jobs and our job creating businesses comes from Raleigh. They dictate so much of our life. And that's one thing that I want to do is go up there in Raleigh and try to thin some of that out. Because most politicians, they've never created a job. There's not many politicians out there that have actually created a job and signed the front of a paycheck, have they? But we know what that's like. Yep. Just like the people that depend on this. And that's what I tell people. I said, you know, if I mess up and I go home, it's like I got 5 sets of eyeballs looking at me going, good job, Dad. You know what? I have 25 or 30 sets of eyeballs plus their families that rely on me. You have 80. You have, I don't know how many of y'all have. That is a lot of people that we affect. And we affect our employees and their families and the families that they support. And how does that all, that all starts in Raleigh with all the regulations and they tax us into oblivion and hardly leave anything left over us to help out. So you talk about somebody who knows how to create a job. I know how to create a job. I've had multiple businesses, and you know what? I have so many friends in different avenues. I can go and ask them, hey, how does this affect you? What do we need to do? And you're here. And that's what I will do when I'm in Raleigh. You won't have to worry about saying, well, I can't even ever get up with Billy. You'll be able to get up with me just like you always have been.
I know where you live.
That's right. In schools. Now, some of you know, I have 4 children, like Mr. Daugherty said, Joe said, and they're all in public schools. And this is my wife, Jennifer. Been married 21 years. She still puts up with me. And some of you may not know, but she's actually on the school board. So I'm all in for schools, if you can believe it, with 4 children and a school board member at my house, and I hear it constantly. And some people say, well, what about school choice? I love school choice. I think that there should be competition in everything. So I don't mind, and matter of fact, I support all school choice. And it's because our children rely on us. And I think that we should give the best that we can and the best that we have to offer to our children. And one of the biggest things, and some of y'all that are close to me have heard me complain about before, is the lottery money. When I get to Raleigh, I intend to pass legislation where that lottery money comes back to our schools.
Yeah. Right.
The lottery was passed with the promise of school and school construction. And I know Mr. Gerald Mitchell went to the Rosewood Middle School that was built in the 1920s, as did Jack. And they're in their 70s. My wife went there.
Yep.
My sons went there. And I think their great-grandfather went there. It's a 1920 building, 1923 building. We have 3 in Wayne County and 1 in Lenoir County. We have other counties that are complaining about their 1960s building. I think it's high time that we get our lottery money and get it back to where all the money comes from and build us some more schools.
Yeah.
And lastly, as a vet, an Army vet myself, I can appreciate and have a great appreciation for our military. And we have pilots here. We have some that are civil service that are retired military here. A good friend of mine, Major Keenan, is working with us here. We have a lot of retired military at the office. I was proud to serve, and it was an honor to serve. And so you will always find me and my family in my law office that we support military families, no matter what.
Amen.
And that brings me to, you know, the base. You know, we have some people that, even in Raleigh, even in my own party, if you will, that don't have a great appreciation for our base, Seymour Johnson, and some of the local guys here at the city that don't have an appreciation for our base. I'm telling you, that base means a lot to us, does it not?
Yes.
Does it not?
Absolutely.
And I don't understand why any of these politicians think that they would take the side of fairly granted windmills or anything else, I mean government handouts, that jeopardize our base. Let me be very clear that no matter what, I'm going to support this military and our military base. Somebody's phone's going off. But no matter what, we will support our base, and we will not let, especially government handout programs like windmills, affect our base. Now, there's a lot that has to happen in the next year, in the 2020 election. First is we need to actually re-elect President Trump.
Yep.
Okay?
Yeah.
Absolutely. If he can't do anything, he can get the economy going. We definitely need to re-elect or elect us a Republican governor, like Dan Forrest, my friend.
That's right.
We need to work and push people to go vote where it counts, especially so we can get more Republicans in that actually represent our belief, that they're not rhinos, that they only half-hearted believe it, but they actually believe in what we believe in with small government and businesses and self-reliance and reliance on our family and friends. Now, we need a powerful voice in Wayne County, and I'm asking each and every one of you for all your support that you can give me. And like I had said before, let's take somebody like me with the values of the 7th District and take it to Raleigh for our next senator. Thank you. Thank you.